Elizabeth, it's so nice to meet you in person.
Great to meet you too, Heidi.
Yeah, thanks for letting me come and in the middle of your school day interrupt your work, and I know you're getting ready for recital, right?
Yes, I have a recital coming up on September 10th. I'm really excited about it. It is the culmination of my solo recitals for my doctorate degree, and it's all the pieces that I wanted to play during this degree that I thought were a little too hard for me, but I'm playing them anyway.
Wow, good for you. That's awesome. So, and we're here mainly because you won the individual division of the Ninja Saga Challenge that we had recently.
Yes.
How did that feel?
That was really fun. I didn't expect to win it. I actually put a lot of work into it on a particular afternoon when I didn't have a lot to do, and I just got really emotionally invested in trying to win, and then left it alone after that. But it happened that I was able to pass everything.
Awesome. Good for you. That's amazing. Honestly, Aaron was quite surprised that you beat him. He literally was right behind you and he was chasing you the whole time. And at the very end of the month, he just could not finish that last scale that you finished. So you got 222 completed scales and arpeggios, and he got 221.
Oh no!
Could not quite
so close,
catch
Aaron.
you.
Sorry.
But it was so awesome to see that you beat him. He's done it before. He just could not do it during that challenge, and so it's so fun to see people put that much effort and energy into these challenges, because that's our hope, is that they're motivating and encouraging people to do well and to do things maybe they wouldn't have challenged themselves to do otherwise.
Definitely. I had a great time, and I learned about the challenge when Aaron was here on campus for the Colorado State Music Teachers Association convention, and he showed me the competition in the booth, and I remember I played a C major scale for one of the 4-octave scales, and my fingering was super suspicious, and he was making fun of me because clearly I hadn't practiced my scales in a while. And
That's
so
funny.
Then after that, it was great inspiration. I was like, I'm going to go home. I'm going to try to beat Aaron now.
Awesome. So he called you out.
Exactly.
That's
But
awesome.
hey, it gave me some good motivation to go practice my scales. So
Yeah,
it's all
and look
good.
what you did. So that is really awesome, because we had a lot of people competing around the world, not just in the United States.
That was really
in
cool
that
to
challenge.
see the diversity of different just countries in the mix, and all the places where people were competing from. And
Yeah.
that was really nice. It wasn't just kind of people in this community, but all around the world.
For sure. We love that. We've seen that the piano marble community has grown, and that it is literally all over the world, and it's super fun to see these challenges and to see who's participating. Sometimes we have upwards of 78 countries that participate.
Wow, that's impressive.
It's amazing, and that's usually our Christmas challenge, which is surprising because it's Christian music and it's all over the world, but people love that challenge.
Wow.
They also love the Disney challenge, and the classical challenge really surprised us. We finally did a classical challenge, and it really, I think, did well. So did you try that one?
I haven't tried that one, but I'm very motivated to try some more challenges, especially when I can kind of jump on them and have the month to practice and participate. I know you guys have a hymn challenge, I think, this month.
It's running this month,
Yes.
Yep. And then we will have, for the first time ever, our method and technique challenge next month.
Ooh, okay. I might be interested in trying that one out.
Yeah, even though you're an accomplished pianist, honestly, when people get in there and start at the very basic levels and just work back through the method and technique, it just builds a really strong foundation for sight reading and rhythm and everything. So
Exactly, and even practicing the method and technique stuff on Piano Marvel really helps me get ideas too for my students. I have a lot of private students in this area, and so helps me get back to thinking, hey, what might be nice to bring in the mix that we haven't done in a while that's not, just the same scales and arpeggios and chords that teachers do a lot.
Great. Yeah, that's great to know. How many students do you have?
Right now I have 30 private students, and I travel to their homes in Boulder.
Wow, that's a lot of traveling.
It is, yeah. Luckily I have a lot of siblings this year though, so it's not as bad as you might think.
Okay, very good, very good. I interviewed another teacher recently who said she wanted to get back to traveling to the students' homes because she missed their pets. I thought that was so cute.
That is such a factor. Like, there's this cute little corgi. There's about 5 labradoodles in the mix right now that were all adopted this year.
Funny.
Seems to be kind of trending, but I'm highly okay with it because they're all really cute.
Awesome. That's really cool. Very good. Well, and we want to know what else you're doing here at CU Boulder. So I know that you were a TA for 3 years and that you got to help teach class piano using Piano Marvel. How did that go for you?
Yeah, it was really fun. I think what I loved about using Piano Marvel in my classes that I taught for group piano here at CU was being able to present challenges to them that kind of gamified the learning experience more. So it wasn't just like rote practice and presenting stuff for a grade, but you could try multiple times to get a high score. It was a little more fun, and students enjoyed, for the most part, the sight reading test that they could do to kind of get a real answer as to how their sight reading abilities were doing at the moment, and then try to improve that over the semester. So
that's awesome.
We had a lot of fun with it.
Good. I'm glad. We were finding that a lot of universities like Piano Marvel, especially for the sight reading, and to actually have a score that says how good a sight reader you are. There really hasn't been anything like that before. So
for sure. And it's just good to be able to get feedback from someone other than your teacher as well. And I think that specific feedback of, hey, you're missing these notes or missing these rhythms is really great for students to have outside of those times that are one-on-one with their TA or with their instructor.
Right.
So that's extremely valuable, because I think in the past that was a bit harder to get.
I agree with that. And Aaron was actually a TA at UNC in Greeley, Colorado.
Oh, nice.
When he dreamt this up, when Piano Marvel was born in his mind before it was born in actuality. And the reason why he wanted to create something like this is because it's really hard to teach 10 or 16 students when they're all come in at different levels, especially in class piano, when you have some that are beginners and some that have played for a while. And he said he always had to teach in the middle, and he'd leave some of them in the dust, who were kind of beginners.
For sure.
And then the ones that were more advanced were kind of bored. So Piano Marvel helps everyone to kind of learn at their own pace and be kind of focused on the individual rather than the group as a whole.
That is really true. When I was teaching, you never have a class of 12 students who have the same abilities. There's always like that one kid in the class who somehow is learning fantasy impromptu, but he's still taking piano 1 because he has to for his grade, etc. And then there's people who really need a little bit more time in drilling to be comfortable, and so it is nice to just have an option where they can all practice stuff that's at their level and all kind of feel like they're making progress and they're not either held back or pushed too far.
Yeah, thank you for that. That's great. We love to hear that. We love to hear feedback, especially from those who are in the field actually using it. So thank you for that.
Definitely.
And have you started using it with your private students at all?
Just a bit, to be honest. I'm right at the end of my doctorate degree, and I have started using some the Ninja Challenge I used with a couple of students to motivate them.
Cool.
And I have used the sight reading test pretty frequently with my students, but I do think there's a lot of possibilities I haven't fully explored of just kind of integrating kind of the weekly activities of my students into Piano Marvel a bit so I can check on them. And
that's awesome.
I'm excited to explore that more just as I have more time and I'm done with grad school.
Awesome.
Almost there.
Yeah, you're busy, I know. When you're done with that, if you're interested in more education, we do have certification programs through Piano Marvel that help teachers learn how to best use Piano Marvel with their students. And we actually have 3 levels. One is just a beginner basic level, how to use Piano Marvel with your students. And then we have an advanced level and a group teaching level, which actually you're probably a pro at the group teaching. You've done that.
I'm more familiar with that, but yeah, for kind of maximizing how it could help my private students, that's great to know. I didn't know that, and I would be interested in pursuing that
Awesome.
when I have the time.
We'll hook you up. So
Sweet.
awesome. Well, thank you so much for spending some time with me today. Congratulations on your big win.
Of course. Yeah, it was very exciting to beat Aaron.
Yeah, it was exciting for us too, I have to admit. We were cheering for you. We were also cheering him on, but it was pretty
Of
cool
course.
to see, a college student beat him. That was pretty fun.
I think the last scale to go down was, it was C sharp harmonic minor and E flat harmonic minor. Those were the two.
That
I gotta
sounds
ask
right.
Aaron if those were the same two holding him up, because those are just nasty to play at that speed.
Yeah, they're fast for sure. But you did it, and that was so awesome.
Thanks, and thanks for providing a fun challenge. I think it really helps keep people motivated and discovering new things and testing their abilities. So I do really appreciate you guys coming up with fun things to do.
You're welcome. Well, thank you for being a part of our Piano Marble community. We love you guys. So, and
Love you
thanks
too.
for bringing us to this awesome building. You said this is the new music building.
Yeah,
CU
CU
Boulder.
had a fabulous expansion of their music building, invested about, I think, $55 million in a big expansion of the south side of the building with new performance spaces, and it's been a real joy, especially because a lot of the pianists benefited from new studio spaces that overlook the mountains, and
that's gorgeous.
a great chamber recital hall, so it's
Yay.
an amazing space.
That's great. Well, thanks for inviting me to come and join you here today.
Of course. Thanks, Heidi.
Yeah, we'll talk to you again soon.